Can a history curriculum be academically strong, easy to use, visually engaging, and something your teenager actually enjoys? Honestly, I wasn't sure. But after using One Nation Under God for master books, I think the answer might be yes. My daughter has spent hours reading this textbook simply because she finds it interesting, and that's not something I take for granted. So today I'm giving you a look inside this curriculum, sharing what we love about it, and explaining why it's quickly become one of our favorite high school history courses. One Nation Under God is a Christian American history curriculum designed for high school students. It provides a full history credit and covers American history from early exploration and colonization all the way through modern times. One thing I appreciate right away is that this course doesn't just focus on dates and events. It helps students understand the people, ideas, beliefs, and worldviews that shaped our nation throughout history. Now let's talk about what first caught our attention. The student textbook is beautiful. I know that might sound like a small thing, but presentation matters. The pages are filled with photographs, maps, historical images, primary sources, timelines, and colorful graphics that make the material feel inviting instead of overwhelming. When my daughter first opened the book, she immediately started flipping through the pages and reading different sections that caught her attention. And honestly, she hasn't stopped. There have been multiple times when she sat down with this textbook and continued reading simply because she wanted to learn more. For me, that's one of the biggest compliments a curriculum can receive. History can sometimes feel like memorizing names, dates, and facts, but this curriculum does a wonderful job helping students connect with the people behind the events. Another thing I really appreciate is how organized everything is. The course is divided into units, lessons, and daily assignments in a way that is incredibly easy to follow. Students always know what they're supposed to be working on. There isn't confusion or jumping around. The structure feels predictable without feeling boring. I especially appreciate the teacher guide. It's 3-hole punched, which I absolutely love. Fits easily in a binder, and makes it simple to stay organized throughout the school year. The answer key is another standout feature. If you've ever used curriculum with tiny answer keys and cramped pages, you know how frustrating that can be. This answer key is clear, organized, and easy to read. The font is large enough that you're not squinting while trying to check assignments, and everything is laid out in a way that makes sense. It's obvious that Master Books understands how homeschool families actually use curriculum. Now let's talk about the content itself. One of my daughter's favorite things about this course is how engaging it is. The curriculum includes fascinating stories, historical documents, photographs, and primary sources that help students connect directly with history. Rather than simply reading about historical events, students get opportunities to see what people were writing, saying, and thinking during those time periods. Those details make history feel much more real. I think that's one of the reasons my daughter enjoys this course so much. Instead of simply memorizing information for a test, she's learning about real people and real events that help shape the country we live in today. Another feature I appreciate is that students are encouraged to think critically. The assignments go beyond simple recall questions. Students are asked to analyze information, consider different perspectives, and make meaningful connections throughout history. I love seeing curriculum that encourages deeper thinking rather than just memorization. Of course, one of the reasons many families choose master books is because of their biblical worldview. One Nation Under God is no exception. Throughout the course, students are encouraged to view history through the lens of Scripture and consider God's hand throughout history. I appreciate that faith isn't treated as an afterthought. It's naturally woven throughout the curriculum while still maintaining strong academic content. One Nation Under God does an excellent job balancing both. So who do I think this curriculum is best for? I think it's an excellent choice for homeschool families looking for a Christian American history curriculum for grades 9 through 12. It's especially well suited for families who want a strong biblical worldview, independent learning opportunities, and a curriculum that feels engaging rather than dry. If your student enjoys reading, exploring historical documents, and learning through stories, I think there's a good chance they'll enjoy this course. And if you're a homeschool parent who values organization and open and go curriculum, you'll probably appreciate it as much as I do. Overall, we've been incredibly impressed with One Nation Under God. My daughter genuinely enjoys it. I love the organization, I love the beautiful visuals, I love the easy-to-use teacher guide, and I love that it presents American history through a biblical worldview while still encouraging students to think deeply about the material. If you're currently researching high school history curriculum, this is definitely one I recommend taking a closer look at. And before I go, Master Books is currently hosting a One Nation Under God giveaway, so be sure to check the links below for details and your chance to enter. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.